back. Rev, you know Donald Trump. What makes Donald Trump go on national television and tell everybody he aced a mental acuity test, which Dr. Kavita Patel and Ashley Parker just reported is given as an early screen for dementia?
Well, you know, what is concerning to me, being that he's the head of state, is that you have a man that calls himself a stable genius. Now he announces that he took this test about his cognitive skills, and he took it after the left wing said things about him stumbling and whether he was all there. First, we need to even find out, did he go to Walter Reed Hospital since then? Because he said he took it at Walter Reed. I mean, you're beginning to wonder if he's really losing it because if he did go to Walter Reed, did he have this test with the same kind of doctor that gave us his health records when he first went in, that we found out this doctor may not have been all there? I mean, now you have a guy who, in reaction to the left wing, goes and takes a test on his own mental state. Yet we can't get him to take and pick up the phone and deal with things like safety in schools around COVID and the George Lawrence Act and all. But because the George Floyd Act, but because of the left wing, who he ignores on everything else, said something about him stumbling, he went to Walter Reed and took a test. And we're supposed to believe that. Just like I have a bridge that he can buy that stretches from Manhattan to Brooklyn to go with the Trump Towers that we just painted Black Lives Matter in front of. I can give him a good sale, Nicole.
You sure can. Sam Stein, I just want to stick with what is publicly in the public domain here, because we're covering the story today because Donald Trump offered up to Sean Hannity that a little while back at Walter Reed, he aced a mental acuity test. Kellyanne Conway, I think, went on TV and smeared Joe Biden and said he should take one instead of a COVID test or something ugly and characteristically nasty from her. Here's my question. Why are they fighting on this terrain? Why are they injecting this into the conversation when all of the public evidence, we've got all these reports that he can't be briefed. We've got Fauci revealing in what I think is a bombshell revelation in the Financial Times today that he hasn't briefed Trump on the pandemic as it takes the lives out of 130-something thousand Americans. He hasn't briefed the president in 2 months on the pandemic. He can't be bothered with engaging on any of the civil, the racial injustice issues that the Rev is talking about. I mean, why do they want to have this conversation?
It's a great question. I'm not totally sure why. Obviously, it gets to the opening part of this segment, which is what are they trying to brand Joe Biden as, and why are they having so much difficulty doing it? One of the things, the themes that they've gone back to time and time again is that Joe Biden is losing it mentally, that he's senile, forgetful, can't finish his sentences. And of course, that effort to brand Biden that way is dramatically complicated by Trump, talking to Hannity about his own cognitive test, but also saying things like, maybe you should, inject bleach. Those things complicate any effort to brand your opponent. And I think this is a broader problem that Trump is having right now, which is he is stepping on his own messaging. So, one of the things they've been trying to do is to accuse Biden of being soft on crime, of shepherding these protests that would, create great unrest in all of America's cities. Simultaneously, they're saying, look, the guy did the 1994 crime bill, which locked up all these people. There's an intense contradiction in that right there. So, they're having some difficulty, obviously. I mean, today even, I won't belabor the point, but today even, the big theme is that Joe Biden plagiarized Donald Trump's plans. Well, for days, weeks now, they've been saying Joe Biden's a radical leftist. Are they saying simultaneously that he's a radical leftist with lefty plans who also plagiarized Donald Trump? As you can see, there's inherent contradictions to all these efforts to tag Biden. And one last thing I'll say about why it's not working like it was with Hillary Clinton, which I think can't go unremarked upon, is gender. With Hillary, there was a gender component that made it a lot easier, unfortunately, for voters to brand her in certain ways than it is with Biden. I think all that is complicating their efforts right now.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.